Hello students, this is your economics teacher INR. I hope you are well and utilizing the time wisely.
In the previous class, you are going to revise Chapter 1 Introduction to Microeconomics 1 marks, 2 marks and 3 marks. Today, we are going to revise Chapter 1 Introduction to Microeconomics 5 mark questions. Students, please watch this video very carefully till the end. Fine. Let us enter into the 5 mark questions. Question number 35. Explain the law of diminishing marginal utility with a diagram. Meaning, the law of diminishing marginal utility explains an ordinary experience of a consumer. If a consumer takes more and more units of a commodity, the additional utility he derives from an extra units of the commodity goes on falling. Thus, according to this law, the marginal utility decreases with the increase in the consumptions of a commodity. When marginal utility decreases, the total utility increases at a diminishing rate. Gaussen, Bentham, Jevons, Karl Menger contributed initially for the development of these ideas. But Alfred Marshall perfected these ideas and made it as a law. This law is also known as Gaussen's first law. Definition. According to Alfred Marshall, the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of the stock of a thing diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. Assumptions. First assumption. Utility can be measured by cardinal numbers such as 1, 2, 3 and so on. Second, the marginal utility of money of the consumer remains constant. Third, the consumer should be a rational consumer and his gain is to attain maximum satisfaction with minimum expenditure. 4. The units of the commodity consumed must be reasonable in size. 5th, the commodity consumed should be homogeneous or uniform in character like weight, quality, taste, color, etc. 6th, the consumptions of goods must take place continuously at a given period of time. 7th, there should be no change in the taste, habits, preference, fashions, income and the character of the consumer during the process of consumption. Explanation. Suppose Mr. X is hungry and eats apple one by one. The first apple gives him great pleasure or higher utility as he is hungry. When he takes the second apple, the extent of his hunger will reduce. Therefore, he will derives less utility from the second apple. If he continues to take additional apples, the utility derived from the third apples will be less than that of the second one. In this way, the additional utility or marginal utility from the extra units will go on decreasing. If the consumer continues to take more apples, marginal utility falls to 0 and then become negative. Table 2.1 gives utility derived by a person from successive units of consumptions of apples. From table 2.1 and figure 2.1, it is very clear that the marginal utility goes on declining. The consumer derives 20 units of utility from the first apple he consumes. When he consumes the apples continuously, the marginal utility falls to 5 units for the fourth apple and becomes 0 for the fifth apples. The marginal utilities are negative for the 6th and 7th apples. Thus, when the consumer consumes a commodity continuously, the marginal utility declines, reaches 0 and then become negatives. The total utility goes on increasing and after a certain stage begins to decline. When the marginal utility declines and it's greater than 0, the total utility increases. For first 4 units of apples, the total utility increases from 20 units to 50 units. When the marginal utility is 0, the total utility is constant and reaches the maximum. When the marginal utility becomes negative, the total utility declines from 50 units to 45 units, then to 35 units. Criticism. Utility cannot be measured numerically because utility is subjective. Second criticism. This law is based on the unrealistic assumption. Third, this law is not applicable to indivisible commodities. Importance of law of diminishing marginal utility. First importance, the law of diminishing marginal utility is one of the fundamental law of consumption. Second, this law is the basis for other consumption laws such as law of demand, elasticity of demand, consumer surplus, and the law of substitution, etc. Third, the finance minister taxes a more moneyed person more and a less moneyed person less. Fourth, this law emphasizes on equitable distributions of wealth. Fifth, Adam Smith explains the famous diamond water paradox. Diamond is scarce, hence its marginal utility is high, and its price is also high, even though it is not very much needed. Water is abundant, hence its marginal utility is low and its price is low, even though it is very much essential. Question number 36. Explain the law of Yuki marginal utility. Meaning, the idea of Yuki marginal principle was first mentioned by H. Gosen in the year 1810 up to 1858 of Germany. Hence, it is called Gosen's second law. Alfred Marshall made significant refinement of this law in his Principles of Economics. The law of Yuki marginal utility explains the behavior of a consumer when he consumes more than one commodity. Wants are unlimited, but the income which is available to the consumer to satisfy all his wants is limited. This law explains how the consumer spends his limited income on various commodities to get maximum satisfaction. The law of Yuki marginal utility is also known as the law of substitution or the law of maximum satisfaction or the principles of proportionality between prices and marginal utility. Definition. In the words of Professor Marshall, if a person has a thing which can be put to several uses, he will distribute it among these uses in such a way that it has the same marginal utility in all. Assumptions. First assumption, the consumer is rational in the sense that he wants to get maximum satisfaction. Second assumption, the utility of each commodity is measurable in cardinal numbers. Third, the marginal utility of money remains constant. Fourth, the income of consumer is given. Fifth, there is perfect competition in the market. Sixth, the price of the commodities are given. Seventh, the law of diminishing marginal utility operates. Explanation. The law can be explained with the help of an example. Suppose a consumer wants to spend his limited income on apple and orange. He is said to be in equilibrium only when he gets maximum level of satisfaction with his limited income. Therefore, he will be in equilibrium when marginal utility of apple divided by price of apple is equal to marginal utility of oranges divided by price of oranges is equal to K. That is, MUA by PA is equal to MUO by PO is equal to K. Marginal utility of apples divided by price of apple is equal to marginal utility of orange divided by price of orange is equal to M. K constant marginal utility of money. In view of this equilibrium, this law is also called the law of consumer equilibrium. In case MUA by PA is less than MUO by PO, he would transfer the money from apple to orange till it equal. This process of substitution gives him maximum satisfaction both from apple and orange. Hence, this law is called law of substitutions. Illustration. This law can be illustrated with the help of table 2.2. Let us assume that the consumer has given income of rupees 11. He wants to spend this entire income, that is 11 rupees, on apple and oranges. The price of an apple and the price of an orange is rupees 1 each. If the consumer wants to attain maximum utility, he should buy 6 units of apple and 5 units of oranges, so that he can get 92 plus 58 is equal to 150 units. No other combinations of apple and oranges can give higher than 150 utilities. Here, marginal utility of apple divided by price of apple is equal to marginal utility of oranges divided by price of oranges, that is 4 by 1 is equal to 4 by 1. A2, A3 and B2, P3 lines have not been used for explanation. Diagrammatic illustration. In diagram 2.3, x-axis represents the amount of money spent and y-axis represents the marginal utility of apples and oranges respectively. If the consumer spent 6 rupees on apple and 5 rupees on orange, the marginal utilities of both are equal, that is AA1 is equal to BB1, that is 4 is equal to 4. Hence he gets maximum utility. Criticism. First criticism. In practice, utility cannot be measured, only be felt. Second, the law cannot be applied to durable goods. That's all for today. We will continue in the next class. Finish the assignment by clicking the link below.